So namaste, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this yin session. For this practice, I'm going to encourage you to use as many props as you can. And our beginning pose, our opening pose, it's going to be Supta Baddha Konasana. So as you may know, the yin practice, we hold the poses for several minutes. So make sure that you're going to be very comfortable. Supta Baddha Konasana is supine butterfly pose. And for that pose, you can either use a bolster or blankets or blocks. I'm going to demonstrate all of them for you, and you choose what works best for you. The easy one, or one of the most restorative ways to do this, is to take a block and then put a bolster on top of the block. And then you come down next to the bolster, you lie down on the bolster. You can always put a block or a blanket under your head too, so you can use that as a pillow. And you bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees be wide. If this is too much for your low back or your hips, you can also put your feet flat on the floor, bend the knees, and let the arms rest next to you. If you don't have a bolster, you can just do it simply without a bolster. And same thing, you can take your blanket, put it under your back. Usually if I take my blanket, I'm going to fold it and make a long rectangle of it. And I'm going to put that right here. And maybe a second blanket can be used as my pillow. And same thing, bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees go wide. So whichever one of these options work best for you, please go ahead and begin. Let the knees open up to the side if that feels good, or you can put your feet flat on the floor and let your knees knock in towards each other. But I'm going to ask you to let the shoulders roll down the back so that the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. This allows the heart to open, the chest muscles to stretch out, especially if you've been sitting all day long. Really helps you take that roundness out of the back. So close your eyes for a moment. As I said, we're going to be in each pose between 3 and 5 minutes. So you want to just let yourself relax right here in this moment. And consider the next 40 minutes or so as a gift to yourself. A lot of times we begin to give so much of ourselves to everyone else around us that we tend to neglect ourselves, and then we get burned out. So feel that this next few minutes together is really a moment of pause, a moment of rejuvenation, refreshing yourself, coming back inside. And then as you begin to slow down your breath, notice any sensations in your body. Notice any sensations in the back of the neck, maybe the shoulders, maybe your upper back, mid back, low back. Doesn't have to be good or bad. You're just noticing the sensations inside the body. And you're just noticing your body in this present moment. There was nothing in the past, and future is not here yet. You're just here in this moment. This is the moment that is the most powerful. This is the moment where everything happens. This is the moment of your power and strength. So see if you can find your natural breath. Notice how your body breathes itself. There's no need to change it or force it or shape it to any method or any breathing practice. We're just letting our body breathe itself. And once you notice your breath, just notice where you feel the breath more. Some of us may feel the breath in our nostrils more. Sometimes we feel the breath in the chest. Sometimes we feel the breath in the belly. Know that all of these are just perfect. If at any point you feel like you need to change your shape in any way because of discomfort, please do it mindfully. It's okay to move a little bit just to make sure that you're comfortable. But also just do it mindfully so that you're not just fidgeting. You want to try and be as still as possible during each pose. And you may notice that I'm going to be quiet during some poses because I want you to really allow yourself to sink in. Allow yourself to feel your body, stay with your breath. So if I become quiet, do not worry, I'm still here with you. And notice how these sensations are always moving. You may begin to feel in one body part and then it moves to another body part. It's never still, it's never staying the same. Now we're just going to gently begin to move. So please take your time. There's no rush in moving at all. In fact, if you want to stay here, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just wiggle your fingertips and your toes. And then very, very slowly begin to bring your knees together. Put your feet flat on your mat. And then just kind of windshield wiper your knees side to side. Go as far as it feels good. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor. Just go side to side, nice and slowly. And then next time you're over to the right side, pause there for a moment. Roll all the way over. Gently press yourself up. And try and keep your eyes closed if at all possible. And then for the next pose, we're going to actually have a seat for just a moment here because we want to allow the body to get used to this pose for a minute. And then as you're ready, we're going to set up for the next pose. So the next pose is going to be child's pose and you're going to be on your knees. If you have tighter hips or knees, I strongly suggest that you take one of these blankets or even a bolster and put it in between your heels and the buttocks so you're sitting on the bolster or blanket. Allow your knees to be really wide apart from each other. That lets your belly just kind of melt in between the knees. Your big toes can stay together if you like to. And then either take your bolster again or blankets or even blocks and you're going to come into child's pose this way. So to demonstrate for you, one of the options can be take your block, put it under your bolster And you're just going to come down as if you're hugging your bolster, nice and gentle. If you don't have a bolster, you can do the same thing with a blanket. Just take a blanket and then put it so that your face is going to be on the blanket, right? So we want to stack our hands this way, and then your forehead is going to rest on top of the blanket. Either one of those is good. So let's go ahead and get into that position. We're going to just breathe into your low back. Exhale from an open mouth. And again, take a nice deep inhalation through the nose. Feel and sense your breath opening up into your upper back, mid back, low back. Really feel the breath traveling all the way down to your tailbone. And then as you're ready, open your mouth and exhale all the air out. And do this one more time on your own. Inhale through the nose. Let your breath travel all the way down to your tailbone. And open your mouth and exhale all the air out. Empty the lungs. And then we're just going to stay here with your natural breath. Close your eyes. Again, feel the sensations in the body, noticing the compression in the hips and the knees. Maybe you feel a little bit of a stretch in your low back. If you have your head turned into one side, go ahead and turn it to the other side, please. If you have your bolster underneath your body, feel as if you're cuddling with your bolster. And if you don't, feel the ground coming up and supporting you. As if the ground, the earth has been waiting for you to relax, waiting for you to be there to meet you. We're here just for another moment. So really let your body just rest here. Take a nice deep breath in. Open your mouth and exhale it out. Now gently begin to open your eyes slowly. Press yourself up. Take your time again. There's no need to rush. And if you are using any props, go ahead and put it to the side. And we're just going to move a little bit here again. So come into hands and knees, please. On hands and knees on our floor. Inhale, lift the chest up, Send the tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly and round the back. I got so nice and comfortable there, I couldn't even remember the name of the pose. So come into cat-cows, please. Inhale, lift the heart, send the tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly and round the back. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more time, nice and slowly. Really feel your spine move here. Inhaling, lift the heart, send the tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. And then come into neutral. Go ahead and have a seat once again. The next pose, we're going to be on your side. So if you have a bolster, this is a really good place to use it. You're going to take the bolster and put it just so that it touches the top of your right thigh. And you're essentially going to take your right hand and then just kind of drape it over the bolster like so. You can use a blanket between your bicep and your head. So you're going to come into rest in this position. You can take another blanket or a block and put it in between the knees. Your left arm can either reach overhead or you can just keep it next to your body. If you don't have a bolster, you can do the same thing again using your pillows or blankets. Just put it on the side here. You know, it's going to be, you can pile it up as high as you like to, but go ahead and come all the way down and rest your head either on your bicep, or you can take another blanket or a block and put your head on top of the block like so. See that you have something in between the knees. So I really suggest that you take a pillow or a blanket in between the knees. That allows you to keep your hips neutral. So whatever pose, whatever props you decide to do, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes on each side. Again, that left arm, the top arm, can either reach above your head. That gives you a little bit more stretch on that left side. Or if you don't want the stretch, you can just rest the hand on next to your body or in front, whatever works best for you. And just close your eyes again. Take a nice deep breath here. This is very, very restorative. So let yourself feel the sensations in the body without even feeling any sort of stretch. So really this particular pose is not meant to be about getting stretched out. It's really more restorative yin. If you do want a little bit of a stretch, you can always take that left arm above your head. And again, let your breath just flow naturally. And if you find your mind wandering, it's completely okay. There's no push to change your mind or still your mind. Just notice every time you find your mind wandering, just notice it and simply bring it back to your breath. We have 1 more minute here, so just let yourself really just relax here. I love the yin practice, especially when we're in a situation where we have so much going on. This practice, even if it's only for a half hour or 20 minutes, really refreshes us. So let's see if you can just stay here. There's absolutely nothing you need to do. Absolutely nowhere you need to be, but here with your breath. As you're ready, just switch to the other side. So take your time. You're just going to flip over to the other side. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see me better. My back is not towards you, but you can just go ahead and flip to the other side. Again, close your eyes and just feel yourself getting cozy and cuddly with yourself. Even if you, especially if you're cold, feel free to put a blanket on top of you. So today's practice is all about taking care of yourself. Come back to your breath. This beautiful, beautiful gift of breathing the breath. One more deep breath in. And you can sigh it out or exhale it out. Letting all the tension release. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, any sensations, any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions, anything that doesn't serve you, exhale it out. And then we're going to move again. So really slowly begin to press yourself up. Take your time again and have a seat, please. Cross your ankles. Just sit here tall for just a moment. Let your chin drop to your chest. Notice how your body is feeling. And then with your hands on your knees, we're just going to take some cat-cows here. So as you inhale, lift the chest, but keep your chin to your chest. And exhale, pull the belly and round the back. So I'm actually keeping my eyes closed here. You can keep your eyes closed as well, just so that you can stay inside. Inhale, lift the heart, but keep the chin to your chest. Exhale, pull the belly and round the back. And again, inhale, keep the chin to your chest, lift the heart. Create a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, pull the belly and round the back. And then nice and slowly come back to a seated. The next couple of poses is going to be our twist. So for the twist, let's not use the bolster. We're going to put the bolster to the side, but I am going to ask you to keep a couple of blankets with you. And the first blanket is going to go, so let's start on the left side. That blanket is going to go between your knees. And bring the other blanket with you as you lie down on your side. This other blanket is going to go under your shoulder. So put that other blanket under your shoulder. You want to basically create a twist here, and it's going to be on your right shoulder. You want to create a twist without struggling, right? So make that the right blanket where it's resting under your right shoulder, make it so it's not too high, right? So we want to let that right arm rest out next to our body. And then your knees are to the left with a blanket in between them. And depends on you wherever you want to turn your head. So if you want to keep the head pointing up towards the ceiling, you can. If you want to turn it to the left, you can. If you want to get a little bit of a stretch in your neck, in your cervical spine, you can turn your head to the right. So go wherever your head feels good. I'm going to keep it straight up and down towards the sky and closing my eyes. 2 minutes. So for this one, I'm going to ask you to let your breath just be natural. We're not going to shape our breath in this pose. Let your belly be really soft. Breathe and exhale it out, and just let your breath be just normal, natural breath. Sometimes if I find my mind really wandering a lot, I kind of create a mantra to repeat. And you could also do the same. And my mantra is I inhale to soothe, and I exhale to nourish. I inhale to soothe, and I exhale to nourish. Or you can even say, inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. I inhale to nourish, exhale to soothe. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And then just switch to the other side. So really slowly begin to bring your knees up to the center first. Take the blanket that you have under your right shoulder, transfer it to the left shoulder. Make sure it's not too high. You want the shoulder to be nice and comfortable. And then drop your knees over to the right. The right arm goes out to the right. Again, your gaze can either go to the right fingers, to the left fingers, or straight up and down. Close your eyes. Let your belly be soft. If the mantras worked for you, you can certainly return to them. I inhale to nourish, exhale, soothe. Or you can just simply say nourish and soothe. And then gently begin to move again. Bring your knees up to the center. Go ahead and remove the blankets. Put that to the side, please. And then very slowly bring your knees to your chest. Hug the knees and rock a little bit side to side on your back. Hold the knees to the center. Pick up your head and shoulders. Hug the knees in. Draw the knees closer to your chest. And then gently press, put your head back down to the earth. And then for our last pose, I'm going to give you different options. The next pose is going to be either a supported bridge, so lift the hips up, slide the block under your hips, or you can slide the bolster or a bunch of blankets or pillows under your hips. And then you're just going to pause here for a moment. So if this is good for you, let's go ahead and stay here. If you like to, you can lift the legs up towards the sky. This is also, if you have a wall nearby, you can take the legs up the wall. This is our finishing pose. So go, if you have a wall nearby, go ahead and go to the wall and just put your legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can stay here with me, either on the block or on a bolster or a bunch of pillows. This is just to get the blood back into the heart. So it's really a lovely way to finish our practice. We're just going to stay here for another minute, not too long. Send some nice deep breaths into your heart. You can wiggle your toes here if you like to. If you're against the wall, please feel free to stay there. Otherwise, go ahead and bring the legs down. And then with one breath, lift the hips up. Remove any of the structures underneath you. And you're going to come into final resting pose, Shavasana. So extend the legs out on your mat. If you're against the wall, feel free to just stay against the wall with the legs up the wall. And then just close your eyes. Let yourself enjoy this final moments of this practice today. What a beautiful gift to give to yourself. Remember that this is always available to you. So anytime you feel stressed, just find one of these poses, even if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, the middle of the day, take the time to care for yourself. If you have more time and you like to stay here, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. Roll over to one side and rest for a moment. And then with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat. Bring in your hands to the heart center. I bow down to all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone.